Hello, I completed the God of War 3, want to share impressions. God of War 3 is a slasher whose characteristic features are staginess, relative accessibility to master, epic story and prominent main hero. I must say that I make this material past 5 years from the game's release date. Nonetheless, everything said is true even now. Let's start with the story. The main hero of the God of War series is a Greek warrior called Kratos, and the story of previous games is following. Once Kratos made a deal with the God of War Ares. I quote, "Ares, destroy my enemies, and my soul is yours." Ares killed the enemies of the main hero, and for that he began to serve Ares. Later, Ares made Kratos kill his wife and daughter. For that, Kratos refused from his service and eventually killed Ares, thus becoming the new god of war. Afterwards, Kratos disagreed with Zeus as well, what concluded in Kratos with Titans storming Olympus. From this moment, events of God of War 3 begin. The main hero climbs up Olympus aimed to kill Zeus. To confront him, the king of gods gathers his brothers and children and tells that they must put aside petty grievances to protect their home. Thus, all following events will be about destroying everything standing on the way of Kratos to Zeus. In my opinion, there cannot be a story more epic than that. Nevertheless, what really made the God of War series popular was a remarkable gameplay. Controlling Kratos is smooth and very responsive. Combos are quite easy to perform, due to that it takes a minimal amount of time to master controls and basics of a combat. I would like to note, simplicity mentioned above does not mean that the game is easy or primitive. Kratos has many attacks, enemies are diverse, so you will not get to relax. Constant evading, blocking and parrying will be necessary. I have found the game on medium difficulty just fine, while on a difficult it has been a real challenge and I have been dying often. Another characteristic feature of the God of War series gameplay is brutality. Kratos will tear apart, eviscerate, crush skulls and rip limbs off. Comparing to previous parts, the good addition is the presence of few types of all-sufficient weapons. If in previous games Kratos received a secondary weapon, it was not as functional as a primary weapon. In the God of War 3, all 4 types of weapon are self-sufficient, have few levels of upgrade, its own magic attack and present a great diversity. The game is linear. Besides fighting enemies, there are riddles that will allow you to rest for a while and stretch brains, which is also good. For hardcore gamers, there are challenges on an arena. God of War 3 is the first part of the series that was released on PS3. That is why, in terms of graphics, appeared a leap forward. But developers made not just a good graphics, they made it exceptional. This game takes from console everything it can. Seeing it for the first time, I came to a conclusion that developers learned to drain from PS3 everything possible, and there would be no graphics better on the console. Though eventually it appeared that the console can do a little more. Everything in the game looks beautiful. Even such simple things as rocks, walls and marble floors are well detailed and shine with light. As to detailing of the main hero, it is really great, and developers have my thanks for it. Even disregarding good visuals, Kratos is a remarkable character. He represents the essence of the game, strong and straightforward. He is driven to despair and because of it is capable of everything. No tricks, never retreat, never surrender, always straightforward. Monsters, titans and gods are against him, not a problem, they will fall all. Despite it, Kratos partially remains a good character. He is not a stupid animal, however driven to despair, he sees only his goal and makes everything to achieve it. Especially I would like to mention dialogues. They are epic as the game itself. Neither Kratos nor his enemies waste words in vain. If they say something, then it is important and awesome. For example, when meeting Zeus, Kratos said, "The hands of death could not defeat me. The sisters of fate could not hold me. And you will not see the end of this day. I will have my revenge." While great voice acting complements dialogues. So, God of War 3 is a combination of everything we love in slashers. The badass main hero, with the most powerful weapon in his hands, with the strongest enemies in front of him, and there is only one goal: vengeance. This is a concentrated fun, and as for me, God of War 3 is one of the reasons I bought PS3. It must be said that God of War 3 is the best, but not the only awesome game of this series. The fourth part on PS3 and two first parts on PS2 are also outstanding and worthy of completing, what I did myself few times. If you are interested, then keep in mind that two first parts are available on PS2 and in HD on PS3. If you want to get a wider view of the game, you may watch an hour-long fragment of gameplay available on my channel. See you later.